I did a private gig for an all Italian 60th birthday. I may have talked about this on the show. A 60th birthday in this fucking random Italian restaurant in a strip mall in Long Island, and they had no microphone initially, but then they gave me one, and I had no stage. I had to walk the buffet and do jokes. I was doing comedy it was a full headlining set, and I had to walk the L-shaped buffet for people that didn't understand what was happening or why I was talking.
Now, can I ask you, did you do your first 15 at the appetizer section and then another 25 in the
I ate
courses?
From each thing as I did the comedy. I was like, I'm definitely going to eat if I'm bombing this hard.
I go. Did it go terrible?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the guy had
no
a good
microphone
time.
Immediately makes it terrible.
Well, they did get him a microphone, and I hate to take their
Otherwise,
side.
you're just a man screaming in a buffet if you don't have a microphone.
I got worse than this. Me and Lewis and I, this has got to be going on maybe 8 years ago, and you know Lewis's act now, so 8 years ago it was like rougher.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We get hired at this girl's 17th birthday party. She's 17.
Sounds like Lewis booked that gig.
Lewis goes, 17?
No,
Too
no.
old for me. That's so funny.
To perform in the restaurant at her table. So it's just a bunch of kids at this table with their parents right here, and me and Lewis standing at the table, no microphone, just talking to the table. Like the guy's like handing bread rolls, like moving my arm. He's like, sorry, I got to get that water. Like I'm just standing at the fucking table.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Rough, dude.
What'd you guys do? Did you just like riff?
I mean, yeah, like some jokes. It's like, and you know, this is a while ago, so it's not like, you know, skill level wise, you're not, you know, it's like, it was so awkward, dude.
And the best is when my favorite is when they just go, we've seen enough. Thank you. We're sorry.
An hour.
We didn't realize. Here's your full pay.
An hour.
Yeah.
They made
but
you
I
do
don't
an
know,
hour?
But you were saying the skill set. Like, I don't know who has the skill set for that. Like a waiter?
Yeah.
A professional waiter.
Yeah, professional waiter.
Steakhouse waiter.
Dude, comedy in the most ideal conditions is still fucking incredibly difficult skill to do, let alone like waitresses dropping plates, things like it's easy when you get. I'm saying like,
totally kidding,
but it's like, but like, I mean, you put it like an environment like that, you're just like, Jesus Christ, man, it's just like surfing in like fucking mush.
Not to mention, no microphone is.
The worst.
You really figure out how little authority you have without a fucking
booming
AV
voice
system.
But they did get you a microphone, Mike.
They did,
That's
but
true.
I've done.
They stole it from dueling pianos.
I got it. There goes. I got it late for you.
That's fucking. I would be so furious though.
Yeah,
I had a hell gig where I love telling this story. It was myself and Joey Gay went up to some college bar in upstate New York, sports bar. Fourth game of a tied Subway series, right? In the middle of the game, fucking bar owner turns the TVs off and goes, "Comedy show," and then like hands me the microphone, and they're just like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I would punch my way to you if I was the patron of that bar.
that just reminded me. I did a cancer benefit in a bar during Game 1 of a Yankees playoff game. And they like just roped off an area, like a small little enclave for
Just
all the
people
cancer people.
screaming in between.
Yeah,
bits.
and then everybody else watching.
Everybody's like
Yankees.
voting for you to get cancer. They're like, "How much do I pay so he gets it?"
I think
like,
I made that joke.
Did you?
I think so, yeah. But oh man, I had an idea. I had a story, and it just completely flew out of my head.
Mike, what is you have a worst bomb story?
The most recent one was a cop thing. It was like they weren't cops, they were former cops, so they would sell like bulletproof vests
this is a great
and
one.
holsters or whatever. And the guy who booked me is a friend of mine. He's a comic and good guy, super great guy. So he was trying to explain to the guy who was in charge that you can't have people walking around. They have to be sitting down. They can't be having. But the guy wasn't trying to hear it. Like, and my buddy kept trying to explain to him over and over again, and the guy wasn't trying to hear it. So it gets to the point in one of those things where it's like, okay, do you just do it according to his rules and take the money, or do you just leave the money?
Right.
You know what I mean? So it was that kind of a situation where the guy just, it's one of these cop guys who just won't listen. They think they know
That's
everything.
fine. It's good. It's good.
Nah. You stand over there and do it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's one of those cops.
Yeah. Well, so he doesn't get it. Like he doesn't get it, and there's no explaining to it. It's like, people don't realize that you have to be stationary. It's not like music. A lot of people think it's like music.
Right.
They think that you could just get up, get a drink, talk to somebody, come back into the joke, go back out. It's like you can't. You have to be sitting. You have to be focused, full attention. If the show needs to be shorter, it just needs to be shorter. And I've had this happen too. This is aside from this story, where it's like we're gonna have a host come on, then a band, then a comic, then a band, then a comic, and then I immediately go, I'm
That's
out.
like a festival.
I'm out. I don't care what the money is. Like if you're organizing it that way, I'm out, dude. It's
love
never
that.
going
Yeah.
to work. And
Never.
they're shocked. They're like, that's never going to do nice variety because it seems like
Yeah,
a nice
yeah.
variety. It's like it's not. You're
terrible.
exercising two different types of skills.
Why did that work in the movie Goodfellas?
What did?
Like they have like Frankie Valli or whatever, and then fucking Henny
Frankie
Youngman.
Valli was.
I'm
Like,
sure he actually, if that's a real thing, he actually.
no, but that's the old style of comedy where it used to be a musician would warm up for a comedian. Which is different because
Yeah.
warm up is like music you can warm up to because you're kind of like
Right.
you're getting into your seat, you're moving around, you are ordering things.
Comedy was it was also so much different then. It was like bam, bam, bam. It had this straight rhythm
Right.
of like my wife like this, take my wife, please, boom, and then they had
Right.
like
That's
that's
one
what
guy.
it. But
Yeah.
but I'm saying it was the I feel the speak of it, like the comedy had like just a different tone to it, which was a little bit more like variety style nightclub. I feel because they had that's where the
And it's a different vibe,
Right.
especially when
Yeah.
I'm just like, love me.
I
This
did
is personal.
Take
Yeah.
my love, please. Yeah.
I did this show recently. I was so fucking furious. It was at an old age home.
First mistake.
It was at an old. They booked me on this thing. It was like an
How
old
many
age
times
home.
did you have sex after the show?
That's a
Hands
two.
up. That's,
audio
that's
listeners.
for, that's
That
for
was a
everybody
two.
to go on YouTube. I give the hand signal. But and this is what drove me nuts. The comic before me, and it's like, listen, this is not to shit on someone and shine a light on myself. Like the thing that you have to have an accurate self appraisal in comedy,
Sure,
and know what you are and what you're not.
Sure.
Okay, I'm a lot of things. I'm definitely not with this part. Like this fucking hack goes up. He was like this Irish dude. No offense to your listeners, right?
Wow. Didn't even know
Off
if that was necessary.
Off the boat.
to mention that he was Irish.
Off the because he was off the boat like
So he's
with
from
the
the
accent.
motherland. That's even worse.
Yeah, so
With
he's a
the,
direct relative.
And they couldn't fucking get enough of this stuff. It was like, I came here, I went to the McDonald's, I'm like, where's the shepherd's pie? And they're like, this is
I
the
know that
fucking
comic.
best shit ever. And then I get up there and I'm like, doing
Wait,
like,
what? That's a real.
I know who he's talking. Fuck, I really hope it's gonna fly under the radar screen. Shit. And then I get up there and they're just looking at me, they're like, I don't know. He's talking about like what's going on inside of him.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I don't like. I was like,
Do you find that people like because you are honest and self-aware?
I'm very similar
So-
to you on stage. We have
A little different. I'm talking about perception wise,
Okay.
because you're better looking than me, and you have a different
Appreciate
attractive, attraction.
I'm
look.
talking about the way
Like,
the things we talk about are you and I both talk about anxiety ridden, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like we have similar stuff.
We're
Go ahead.
derivative, but so you look like Jesse Katsopoulos started doing stand-up comedy.
Who's that?
That's Uncle Jesse from Full House.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I
He
appreciate
always
that.
says the full name instead of just saying Uncle Jesse,
Like,
even
who
though
knows?
everybody always would know the Uncle Jesse one
Dude,
better.
don't-
unless
Because
you
it's
were
a better,
hardcore-
it's a
like
better reference if you're specific.
Yeah, I get
But
that.
Uncle Jesse-
Uncle Jesse
now-
would be
Less,
the
less
most.
people get it, but they feel better about themselves.
Right,
Yes,
right,
but
right.
then the other 97% have to ask you who that is, and then you go,
yeah.
Uncle Jesse. So
And
you're
that-
still
so I
making the Uncle
do
Jesse joke.
2 jokes,
Just, yeah.
and
Yeah, but
everybody wins.
Hey, let me tell you what it's
Especially
not
me.
good for. Getting the fucking story moving.
Only you. Only you. Came to a screeching halt so you can be like,
That's when you want to make your Irish goodbye.